Hello and welcome to my channel. Now today we're going to talk about actually applying for COVID disaster. Okay. Hello and welcome to my channel. Now I'm here to help most of you guys out. Hello and welcome to my channel. Now, if you're one of the millions of small businesses out there who have tried to apply for an SBA.gov COVID loan, whether it's the EIDL loan or the advance or a combination of the two or three or four, even the PPP loan, you may have heard of the 4506-T. All right, this is a form called Request of Transcriptive Tax Return. It's a form that the SBA uses all the time. And they use this particular form to request transcripts from the IRS of your previous year's tax returns. Now, this form is really easy to find and pretty simple to fill out, but this has been such a pain for many applicants because they are filling it incorrectly or they're filling it in not the way that the SBA loan officers would need you to fill it. Most of the time, if it's rejected because it needs to be filled a certain way. So when they request the transcripts from the IRS will not reject it. So let's start by looking at a sample application that I have here. So here, let me go ahead and just kind of make it bigger. So here we have the 4506T, request for transcript of tax returns. Now the top part is very simple, very self-explanatory. You put your name and your social. That's it. Now, if you file a joint return, if you're an independent contractor and this is your personal and you file your tax returns in a 1040, you would put a joint return. If you file a joint return, make sure you put your spouse's information here. All right. Of course, your current address, very simple. Now, if you have a previous address that was shown on the last return, please put it on here as well because it will be rejected by the IRS if they cannot find matching address. 5B. Now this part I skipped it, but just let you know this is usually already filled out. If you get the application form from the SBA.gov website, this will already be filled out and I will actually show you where to go get the application. Here you put your application number. It always starts with 3 and it's 10 digits. 6. This is something a lot of people are forgetting to input, and this will cause your 4506-T request form to be rejected, and then you're forced again to resend it. Make sure you input whatever tax return form that you used previously, okay? Whether it's 1040, 1065, or 1120. This must be filled. Another important thing that must be done is you must check 6C, record of account. This is a mistake that many are making. They are checking 6A or they check nothing. They leave it blank. You must write the name of the form of the tax return you use and you must check 6C. Next, 9, this is already populated for you. Don't worry. Then you check the signatory box, you sign, you date, phone number. You put your title of your business. If you are owner, president, CEO, this must be filled out. And again, if you're filing a joint return, your spouse must sign and date as well. Pretty simple, isn't it? I think it's pretty simple, but this has been a pain for so many of you out there trying to figure out why it keeps rejecting and why you keep having to sending this application over and over and over. So let's look at this again, and I'm just going to highlight some of the key important information that keeps getting missed. All right, so here is another form. This is 4506-T. Now I have this circled. It says March 2019. This is the form you must use. Any other form, do not use. If it says 2018, do not use. If it says September, do not use. It must say March 2019 or even June 2019. Either one of those are acceptable. All right. Make sure that is done. Let's scroll down. Again, as I said previously, some are not filling this information in. Which tax return did you fill out? You're a business person, whether you did your tax returns for your business or a CPA, you must know whether you're filing a 1040, a 1065, or 1120, or a 990 if you're a nonprofit. Please fill that portion out. Next, do not check anything but 6C. Many folks actually forget this. They must check 6C, okay? Record of account. If this is not checked, the loan officer will reject it and send it back just for you to check this information. Now, some of you might say, oh, that sounds so petty just because I didn't check the box. It's not petty. They're not allowed to check the box for you, and the IRS will reject the transcript. This is already filled out. Do not do anything here. Do not cross out dates. Some of you will go in and say, hey, you know what? I do not have a tax return for 2017 or 2018, so I'm just going to cross it out. You put a big old X right here and then leave this. It will reject. They will send it back to you and ask to send a new form. Sometimes they will send it back to you and you have no idea why. Why did they send it back? Leave everything alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. If it's already been populated, do not check cross out or do anything, okay? And the last big reason that we've all seen that it gets rejected is this, the signatory box. A lot of you skip it, and it's pretty easy to skip. I mean, once you get down here, you're probably pretty glad that you finally got to the end of the form, and all you have to do is sign your name, date, phone number, title. If you're president, owner, do that. But that's only if you're a corporation, partnership, estate, or trust. It's only you do that, only if that. But please don't forget to do that if you're a corporation or partnership. Spouse must sign. If your spouse filled out their name and social security number up here, they must sign and date the form as well. And please check the box. So those are some of the key important details that are missed and some of the key important details of why your 4506-T keeps getting rejected. This is it. Those few key details. If you fill out the form exactly as I have laid it out and you pay attention to the few spots that I just labeled and circled, then you should have no reason for them to reject it. Actually, it will not be rejected. Okay? Oh, and another thing, when you send it in, make sure that you send it in readable. This can't be cut, that can't be cut through. It must be a readable form. If you're going to take a picture, no glaring lights, no shadows. Scan it, send it in, filled out correctly to avoid weeks and weeks of unnecessary delay. Now, some are saying, well, where do I get this form? Two ways. A customer service agent may be able to send this to you, but the easiest way to get this is just to go to the SBA website, right? So here's the SBA website right here. And at the top, you'll see where it says contact us, right? Contact us. And over here, you see the magnifying glass. At that magnifying glass, let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit. All right. That didn't work for me. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and zoom back out. Actually, let's do this. It disappeared. So we're going to zoom back out. All right, so right here, I think you can see it says contact us. And over here has a magnifying glass. click on that magnifying glass and then just type in 4506-T. That's it. Hit enter. And there you go. It's usually always the first link. Click on that link. It actually brings you to a download page, right? And it actually gives you to a date. It says effective March 1st. That effective March 1st, 2019 is the form. So that means the form will say 2019. You hit the download button, download, and there is your form, okay? And your form, as I said before, would be populated with a few details. So it has a U.S. Small Business Administration name, and it will also have the dates already filled. Do not cross the dates out. Do not do anything to the already populated. Once you download it, you can actually fill it out on here. Now, you can actually e-sign it if you have a software that allows you to e-sign. You can pretty much upload this PDF into that software and then e-sign it, or you can print it out and sign it. Or if you're doing this on an iPad or a phone, of course you go ahead and sign it on that way while just drawing on it using your finger. For example, this particular, let's do black, make it thin. I think I might actually, this is a touch screen, so I might be actually able to sign this, yeah, on my touch screen. So, and so that works. So if you have a touchscreen laptop, you can probably be able to do that as well, but just know that you need to sign, okay? You need to sign this, and then you need to send it in, date it. Now, if you're unable to do that, I know not everybody has a touchscreen laptop or computer, print it, sign it, date it, scan it back in, or take a picture if you have one of those picture apps on your phone and scan it back in, and then go ahead and email it to sba.gov. Okay? Well, I hope this helps a lot of people out there. I know that this can be such a pain getting an email or a response from a loan officer from SBA.gov requesting that you send this form 30 million times. I hope this kind of clears up a lot of issues and questions. And if you have any other questions for me, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. I will be happy to help you with that. All right. Thank you so much and God bless. Bye bye.